Madhouse.
We're rocking and we're rolling and we're tuning into Russ Abbott's Madhouse. We're laughing and we're rooting, gonna be a lot of gooning tonight. Ooh, the party's only starting and we're moving and we're grooving together. We're gonna raise the rafters, wanna hear a lot of laughter, alright. Ooh, yeah, living it up, bumping and a jiving, living it up, ducking and a diving, living it up, wheeling and a dealing, living it up tonight. Oh, gee, that's the thing, though, fellas. That's the thing. You see, when you're there, you're going to give a little twirl like that. You spin them around a couple of times. Yeah. Pick them up if you can. Throw them onto that hip. Twist them round onto that hip. Down between your legs. Pick them up in the air. Then let go of her.
Oh. And so she flies through the air then, Vince?
Yeah.
Right over everybody's head.
Lands straight on top of the bar.
Ooh, that's pretty spectacular, Vince.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the only way you can get a drink in there some nights.
Send the next patient in, please. Well, long time no see. Now, when was it?
Yesterday.
Sure it wasn't the day before?
You're right. The day before and yesterday.
Yes. You realise you've been coming to see me every day for the past 3 years?
Yeah, but I've not been well.
Not been well? I've never met a fitter person than you. You're in prime condition, A1. The only thing you're suffering from is acute hypochondria.
Oh, good. Well, can you give me something for it, then? Because, you know, I'm not well. Honest, I keep seeing these, like, purple spots in front of my eyes.
You really ought to see a psychiatrist.
Well, make a change for the purple spots, wouldn't it?
Since you've started coming here, you've supposedly had lumps, bumps, mumps, colitis, tonsillitis, peritonitis, and appendicitis. You've had trouble with your femur, lemur, tibia, fibula, dropsy, flopsy, ragtag, and bobsy. And that was only last week.
Oh, yeah, as I say, I've not been well, have I?
I tell you what, I'll give you a strong laxative.
Oh, well, that'd do any good.
No, but it'll keep your visit shorter.
I'll tell you, you're not having this. I've had all the symptoms.
All right. What is it this time?
Bulawayo syndrome.
Bulawayo syndrome?
Yeah.
Bulawayo syndrome. Strange, I don't seem to recall having heard.
No, you won't, will you? See, I've been reading about it in this medical book here. Look, I'll find it for you. Hang on. It's here somewhere. Here it is. There you are. Bulawayo syndrome. Look, you read that. It's deadly. That is deadly.
Bulawayo syndrome is an extremely rare tropical disease which attacks the nervous systems of orangutans and pygmies. The last recorded case was in 1857. This is ludicrous. Have you ever been to Africa?
No, but my mum's got this new lodger in.
It says here the main symptoms are a violent shaking of the leg. Well, there's no sign of that. Oh. There it goes. A severe twitching of the head. And a strange guttural whooping sound. Go off you go and take your book with you.
You're not going to be sorry, you know. It's infectious.
Off you go. See you tomorrow. Twitch, twitch, leg, whoop, whoop. Next patient, please.
Is there anybody there? Can anybody hear me?
This is a recorded message. The spirits you require are out at the moment. Please leave your name and number after the tone.
You've been to the doctor's then, have you?
Yeah. He said there's nothing to worry about.
Did he tell you what it was?
What is?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it was just a beauty spot.
And I'd like a glass of water, please.
Oh, Signora, surely some kind of cocktail, yes?
No, I'd just like a glass of water, please.
But, Signora, a martini. We do make a very good martini here, yes?
Look, son, she just wants a glass of water.
Signora, I promise you I will mix you the best martini you have ever had in your life. Believe me.
I only want a glass of water.
Shall I put a lot of ice in it?
No, there'll be no room for their teeth. I mean, it's bound to be a bit sluggish after the first service. I mean, it's just got to wear in, that's all.
Look, you crook, the reason that car's sluggish is because of what's under the bonnet. I've opened it up. There's a mini metro engine under there.
That's a nice little engine, that.
Oh, so it is, but it doesn't sit very happily on the body of a Lotus Esprit Turbo. I mean, come on, where's my engine? It's obvious to me you've nicked it.
That's unfounded accusations. I mean, that's blatant slander. You can't talk to me like that, can you? I mean, I've a good mind to call my solicitor, you know. I mean, what would I do with a turbo engine?
Right. I've heard enough. I'm going for the police.
Come on, Ringo, get the signs down. We better pack up before he comes into the law. I'm sorry, Governor, we're closed.
Oh, I've come to collect my car.
Oh, the Mini Metro, yeah. Well, you might find it goes a bit quick.
But it wasn't a Metro, it was a Rover.
Rover, Metro, BL, they're all the same, aren't they? What was the name?
Roberts.
Roberts. Let's have a look it up then. Here, Roberts. Oh, here's your bill there. There you go, son. I'll give you a minute.
Right.
That's it.
Thank you. £497? Well, that's unbelievable. There must be some mistake.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about
Well,
that.
I thought so.
Yes, that's quite right. Silly me. I forgot to include the oil filter. 502.
502? Yep. That's unbelievable. I only wanted a small service.
Yeah. But we had to replace both the universal couplings, you know what I mean, and the damp course.
The what?
Do you know anything about cars?
No, nothing.
Oh, dear.
That's why I brought it to you chaps.
And you did the right thing, John. You did the right thing. I mean, look at these notes and everything. Look what we had to do. We had to strip down the entire, the Maniflex housing, and you can't do that without removing the entire Waterman assembly, can you, Ringo?
No, you can't, Uncle Sid. That's a big job, that is, mate.
Big job. You only had to replace the plugs.
We had to rewire the whole car.
Yeah. Your indicators kept flashing on and off.
That's right, yeah. We had to get underneath your overhead camshaft.
Yeah, and we also had to decoke your ashtrays.
That's right. Your big end was drooping.
And we even had to take the back doors off.
What for?
To let the clutch out. Oh, the famous for that, these Cortinas. 74's a bad year, you know what I mean?
Rovers.
And Rovers, yeah.
Well, nevertheless, £502.
When your car came in here, right, the steering wouldn't steer, the brakes wouldn't brake, the wipers wouldn't wipe, and the pistons wouldn't perform. We could have bodged it up with Bramsic compound, but, I mean, we're not a cowboy outfit, are we, Tonto?
No, Kima Savvy.
Well, what's this £128.50 for?
Plugs and points.
Yeah, but there's £75 for oil.
Well, it did use rather a lot of oil, didn't it, Ringo?
Oh, yeah, especially as we left the drain plug out.
Well, I suppose you know what you're doing. It still seems a hell of a price to pay for a service.
Well, it has done 2,000 miles. Thank you very much indeed. There's your key, sir. You'll find it parked round the back. You can't miss it.
Thanks very much.
Good day to you.
Yeah.
We better scarper quick before he comes back.
Comes back? He's hardly like to come back, is he?
Oh, hey, don't be too sure, mate. I forgot to replace his nodding dog. On our first date, baby, I took you to the picture show. And I reached for your hand and I squeezed it nice and slow. Then the lights came up, and to my dismay I saw. I wasn't holding one hand, Lord, I was holding four. The other three had come along too. They just turned up out of the blue. That is true. The other three had come along too, with me and you. Then I borrowed Dad's car, and I drove you far away. We parked way up in the hills at the closing of the day. You were in my arms and just waiting to be kissed. When we found them free in the backseat playing whist. The other three have got to be there. The other three are driving me spare. We don't care. The other three have got to be there, and it's not fair. marshal to your bridal bed. Bridal bed. There'll be two at your feet and two more at your head. The other three will all come along where we belong. The other three will make up the throng. That's our song. The other three will all come along, and it's all wrong. Yeah. Why don't you just leave us both alone? You know, it's just, that's it. It's as far as it goes, you know.
I just don't believe it. You don't want to go out with me anymore because I've put on some weight?
Well, it's not just some, is it? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's...
Well, I have been trying, Vince. Yesterday I went to the doctor's.
Yeah? Did he say anything about your big bum?
No, your name was never mentioned.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chaz and Di's Knees Up.
Some people call it natter and some people call it chat. Some people call it rabbit and they give it some of that. But you can call it what you like, but speak it well, for heaven's sake.
Now it's using words like Gertrude that we find so hard to take. The way that people use it, well, it's really a disgrace.
If we hear them abuse it, we just put them in their place. It's really very simple and it's hardly very new. The way to talk good English is to talk the way we do. The Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. The Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. If you want to be a snob, just put a plum into your gob.
Oh, darling.
Oh, mouth didn't rhyme, darling.
Instead of speaking cockney like the apples and the pears, you can climb the social ladder if you use the proper stairs.
Don't talk of Bristol cities or the trouble and the strife. If you want to bare your chest, just take a tip from Di the Wife.
To start with, don't say brown or town. You must say brine or tine. If you don't speak it properly, it's sure to get you dying.
When you write to the palace, you can drop the old faux pas. But if you drop an H or T, you'll end up in the tar.
Tar, darling.
You're welcome, darling. I seem to mean this tar, London. The Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. The Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. So either be a proper chap, or if not, shut your trap. Sorry, darling, I just don't seem to be able to get my act together.
That's the way to learn to speak
it. The Queen's English, the Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. The Queen's English, the Queen's English. You can speak it quite correctly if you so wish. You can do it if you try. Just take a tip from Charles and Di.
But you are, Charles.
Oh, darling, not Charles and I, Charles and Di.
If you say so, darling.
That's the way to learn to speak it. The Queen's English.
Good morning.
Yes, sir?
I've brought a pair of trousers to be cleaned, please.
Oh, do you want golden service or retext?
No. What I'd like you to do is put a double crease in that comes out after half an hour's wearing, I'd like you to leave the grass stain in that's already on the knee. I'd like you to lose the belt and destroy the zip, please.
Oh, don't be silly, sir. We can't do things like that.
Well, I don't know why not. You did with these.
Excuse me, could you help me? I think I've flooded the engine.
Oh, in your car? Yeah, I'll help you. Where have you left it, love?
In the canal.
The Adventures of Barrett Holmes. The Curse of the Missing Mummy.
We'll keep her welcome in the hillside. We'll keep her welcome in
The two gentlemen to see the professor.
Thank you, my man. Nice young man.
Good morning, sir. My master is expecting you.
Good morning, madam. Allow me to present my card.
Oh, but this card is blank, sir.
Precisely. I don't wish people to know my business. What is your name, my dear?
Gwendolyn, sir.
Oh, pretty name, eh, Holmes?
Yes. What part of Ireland are you from, my dear?
Merthyr Tydfil.
Merthyr Tydfil. Ah, yes. Under the shadow of the old Blarney Stone, what? I'm Abbot Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Wimpy. May I inquire as to where your master is?
Well, he's sitting in the conservatory. Do you want me to call him in?
No, we'll wait till he's finished.
Would you like a cup of tea, sir?
That would be delightful, yes. 2 lumps, please. Yeah. I say, this is a nice house, Wimpy. What do you think?
Ideal, Holmes.
Don't make an exhibition of yourself, man.
Ah, Mr. Barrett Holmes, thank you for coming to see me. You must help me. You must help me.
Steady. Calm yourself, my dear fellow. Calm yourself.
I can't. You see, I've lost my mummy.
My condolences. Is your daddy still alive?
No, not my mother, my mummy. From the museum, my mummy.
You'll find time is a great healer.
No, you misunderstand. My name is Professor Ernest Fosdyke. I am curator of the British Museum. Last night, some scoundrel broke in and stole one of our prize exhibits, the famous mummified body of the goddess of love, Princess Alaikamanuki.
Am I right in thinking, Professor, this was the mummy discovered when a British expedition led by the great Frederick Farquhar Fortescue Forsyth entered the tombs of Tutankhamun's temple near the Punjab pyramids of Port Said?
No.
This must be somebody else's mummy.
You see, Mr. Holmes, this mummy is priceless. But worse than that, this mummy carries with it a curse.
A curse?
Yes, a curse of death on anyone who looks straight into her eyes.
Have you any photographs of your mummy?
Yes, of course, over here, Holmes. There we are.
Let me see. Good Lord, yes. See what you mean about the eyes. Decrepit old thing covered in filthy bandages.
What? No, that's the wife. Her leg was bandaged. After an accident.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my fault. This is the photograph of the mummy.
What was that?
That'll be somebody knocking at the door.
Amazing. How does she do it?
Excuse me, sir. An enormous parcel has arrived for you. Shall I bring it in?
Wimpy, give the lady a hand, would you?
Certainly, Holmes.
Not like that, you fool, with a parcel.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me more about this curse, Professor.
Well, she was a descendant of Pharaoh, you see, Holmes. She was a beautiful, beautiful woman. Men fell at her feet. Her every wish was their command. She could manipulate men. If she didn't get her own way, then she made their lives a misery.
Typical woman.
Yes, if any man should defy her, she would look him squarely in the eyes and place a curse of death on him. That's why you must never look into her eyes.
This just arrived by post, Holmes.
Oh, Mummy! My little Mummy! Mummy, oh, I love you, my dear.
You know, I hate jazz.
Don't look into her eyes, men! Quickly, wear these protective goggles!
Poppycock. I am Barrett Holmes, the great Barrett Holmes. Besides, Professor, this isn't your mummy.
What?
This is someone else's mummy sent to put us off the scent.
contact the constabulary at Dover and tell them to detain and apprehend any person leaving the country with their mummy.
Right.
Don't forget to write.
Right?
Right.
Right. When?
After you've left.
Left. Right.
Get out, man.
Right. Left.
I say, Holmes, have you found any clues?
Not clues, my dear Professor. Facts. Fact number 1. Your mummy was lost only last night. This was posted 2 days ago. Fact number 2. Your mummy was from Egypt. This has Made in Hong Kong stamped on it. Fact number 5. No woman, even a dead one, would stand completely still while I made those silly faces at her. They were 8 of my best. Yes. You see, I know women, Professor. I nearly married one. I've never been afraid of them. I know how to handle a woman. There's a way, said a wise old man. A way known to every woman.
Since the whole rigmarole began.
Will Barrett Holmes be a good boy and do as his mummy tells him? Or will he behold the fate that befell Professor Fosdyke and fall at the feet of the Pharaoh? Don't miss next week's exciting Adventures of Barrett Holmes.
Amore concorda tapieta, lovers whisper in far off Slovene. But Lord only knows why they say it, 'cause it means my big toe has turned green. Amore undata Goliopi, young Slovene men sing as they strum their guitars, but their girls get quite stroppy, 'cause it means I've a spot on my bum. For Slovene has no language for lovers. You can't say you are my heart's desire. If you try, you say Mamba Cordovas, which means my wife fronts are on fire. So darling, as we walk together beneath the Slovenian moon, if I murmur Besame you later, I'm just saying I fancy a prune. Amore, etc. and so on. It sounds so endearing and sweet, but in love it is not much to go on when it refers to the scent of your feet. When Slovenians wed, they don't falter to make their vows solemn and true, and each of them swears at the altar, and if you saw the girl, so would you. For Slovene has no language for lovers. There's no room for the heart's repartee. There are 3 little words one discovers are breakfast and dinner and tea. But love there goes on, do not doubt it, and Slovenian love is sublime, because as they can't talk about it, well, they just do it all of the time. They just do it all of the time. We're rocking and we're rolling to the music on the Russ, Abbot, Madhouse. We're laughing and we're rolling 'cause there's been a lot of gooning tonight. We're shiving and we're skiving and we're moving and we're grooving together. We're gonna raise it up, just wanna hear a lot of laughter, alright. Yeah!